This video is made possible by the EA Creator Network. Huge shout out to Respawn. We actually were playing in person at Respawn's office, playing this new LTM. And I'm going to explain it to you in real time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the audio now, and this is going to be in game. You're not going to hear my voice though, because I didn't record my comms out of fear of you're going to hear a lot of background noise. Drumbum and Girl were my teammates. I'm going to put their socials in the description down below. And we got an insane dub here. I mean, there's a lot of great players on the server. There was a lot of individuals invited, and this was just a ton of fun, like a ton of fun. And I'm going to break this down in educational format. We're going to pause. We're going to talk through everything. But of course, we're just going to show you gameplay. So let's just get into it and let's showcase back at the beginning. Let's try to get the audio levels here just adjusted. So it's funny. Last round, Drumbum destroyed me with the wingman. And Drumbum was over here blasting me as his teammate right at the start. Again, you won't hear my voice. I'm actually using the heirloom here. So if you're curious what that heirloom looks like, you get to see it in gameplay here. Girl and I are running Conduit Revenant. And Drumbum is playing Wraith. He does, I believe, switch to Horizon later. This game mode, how it works, by the way, is that you want to be sure to take the points and be on the point and get kills, of course. Revenant, even though, keep in mind, Revenant Conduit are nerfed, but they are still so strong here. It's insane. Close range loadouts are really effective. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause right here, ready? You're going to notice this, you got to get to the points, okay? Don't get hung up too much on going for every single fight. So we're going to see on screen right there, you see where it says where the point is. It can get a little confusing on KC that it's higher up or down below, but it's important to get to the points. Now, I'm pretty much communicating to them if I have heal or not, but being close to your squad and playing as a squad is very, very important. Also, on this map, height is pretty huge. Nice. So, of course, you're going to hear everybody in the back, or you might hear, I think she was sitting next to Timmy on their end. Drumbum was probably next to, I think, Deridium, I thought. And I know, yeah, I'm trying to remember where everyone was seated. So everyone was kind of playing.
Two on my roof, two on my roof.
So there's two. So we put, oh, there's another person shooting us right there. But again, holding the point is important. And no matter what, even the reset, you'll see that here. Everyone was definitely using the heirloom when we had that chance. It was insane. And of course, if you see my cursor on screen, I do apologize for that. Okay, so this was a big shift right here. We noticed right away, I'm pausing, and you'll hear Drumbum shift over, just because we need to get height as quickly as possible. So this was just conforming to the meta. In my other video, you'll hear me mention as playing Vantage, but you need a team that is able to all push the point, and Conduit's fantastic with their ultimate. So you're going to see that switch here.
Go be early, go be early.
All right, so we're here early on the point. This is where catalysts can be beneficial.
Are they coming towards us? I'm coming to you.
There's a heal.
Good knock. Good knock.
Girl popped off. I get more of my kills a little later on. I think this is actually my best round, where I had 11 eliminations total. This was done in person. We're not at a normal setups at Respawn. I did bring my own mouse, and what's crazy is I actually had to scan it to make sure there wasn't anything like cheats or anything. Like, they're big on security with their in person, which is good to see. Now it's all about playing it patient on the point. You'll notice that this is where we start to take the lead. We do have the lead here, and we lose this, unfortunately. But this is where Bangalore also, even though she's nerfed, Bangalore was still pretty prominent here and very strong. We're pretty close here, but then we do clutch it out, which is awesome. And you're gonna hear at the end everyone screaming. I'll be sure to try to adjust the volume too. You see how, like, the timers, it's very important to stay on the point. So let's pause right here. Let's go back real quick. Let's look at this. Let's pause. Now, you see how the timer is really important, as that's going to give you your most points. Now, you got to have eliminations too, but they're putting an emphasis here on time on point. So I want to really highlight that, because that is a really important tip. Now, even if you don't spawn close, look how Conduit's passive is insane here. I also love the heirloom. This is a good video if you're kind of wanting to see the heirloom more in real time. There's the heal. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize too much on it. Drumbum's calling. It was so smart to bring my own mouse. I think they were using Asus mice at the event. I brought my G303. So okay, I'm gonna pause right here. Here's another tip. This is when we decide to give up the point, but also go for the one that we actually can be more effective on, right? Rushing to B and we're seeing it's not working, we go to the next one. But communicating your teammates is really important to getting to those points, right? They make a really big difference. Now, I saved my ultimate. Let's see when I pop it. It's very good to pop it on the physical point. It makes a really big difference.
Dead.
Nice.
I'm on point. Starting on point.
Honestly, that was a bad ult. Let's back up. Let's talk about why that's a bad ult. I learned this later. This is the first one that I was playing with Conduit. It's better to throw it on the point on the left right there. It actually benefits way, way more. Right here, I guess it's okay for the reset, but it would have been better putting it actually on the physical point. Just FYI. So even as I make mistakes, I want you guys to learn. I decided to go up with Drum Bump here, and then we go for the flank. Here, I think I get eliminated, though. Yeah, I do get eliminated, but at least I got one. Revenant's really strong for pushes on this map, guys. It's insane how strong they are. And those close-range weapons do make a difference. Luckily, I still have a lot of time on point, and I think we decide to stay here at B.
Looky, Dad. Should we stay B? Should we go B? B is free right now.
Yeah, and then we decide to hold B. I think girls across the map, but she does recapture it, I think. If I'm not mistaken here.
Crack that. I'm saying that. Oh, I kicked.
We decided to push this over here on the left. It's good to hear their comms. I let him take that. Okay, here's another good moment of why sometimes you don't want to leave the point. And even though I'm staying on it, I'm trusting that Drum Bum will also clean it up. But me, because if you leave the point, you actually it stays neutral. So you need somebody on there. And once I saw I got +5, I left for a second, but you'll notice how it becomes neutral, right? So you do want to stay on the point as much as possible to gain as much as you can, because it does make a really, really big difference. Because like you'll notice at the end that every point really matters.
Yeah, we held A early.
This was a really good hold right here. I think I started getting a lot more eliminations here as well.
Nice.
Dude, Watson or Caustic is good here.
Yeah.
So Watson, Caustic, any of the controller legends are really strong, but hunkering down and playing patient is just really, really key. Especially when they're all the other teams are fighting nearby. It makes a really big difference. Big heal here, pretty good, not bad. Unfortunately, the port did kidnap Drum Bum. But I mean, hey, every second matters in terms of clutching the outside. This did come really, really close. Everyone is definitely putting a lot of work in, and everyone's sweating pretty hard on this.
Almost there, too.
I killed the Wraith.
They keep getting so many trades.
All right, at least we're on the point.
I'm with you, Dad.
Every second matters.
I'm on scan.
Did the preemptive heal. I think it makes a difference. Oh, no, I didn't, unfortunately. One thing that does throw me off is the color. Sometimes I accidentally was shooting teammates, but I think it's just getting used to what color you see over screen.
Let's go.
So this is good. This is a good hold.
We're about to get first. If we hold, we get first here.
This girl and Drum Bum are fantastic teammates. This was a lot of fun. I know sometimes it can be you just want to go out and push, but you got to stay on the point. That's probably, again, it goes to my biggest tips of just staying on point. Or at least leaving one person behind. Your Conduit, your Caustic can stay behind, and your mobile legends can essentially run around.
I'm batting.
And there you go. So it does spawn weapons. Now, just because we're trying to contest pretty hard, I don't waste time trying to get the weapons and the loadouts, but it does spawn really good ones, like a Wingman, a Kraber, all that fun stuff, you know? Big damage. That was actually, I mean, as much as it was a little rough and we didn't get the point, it was still a pretty good encounter. I mean, it's not bad. I have a lot of time on the point. It makes a big difference, especially when you're pretty much playing. I guess in this mode you can call yourself an anchor, you know, if you're trying to sweat it out. Big tips. This is really close. This is crazy. I mean, you'll notice 405, 410. Every second on the point is pretty much mattering. This was the right ult. Let's back up right here. This right here made a big difference with Conduit ult and why she's so strong. So this pawn's right here. This is massive, ladies and gentlemen. Having this utility and it blocking so much. This is where Caustic, Conduit, you know, Rampart, Catalyst. I saw Catalyst walls were very effective too. This is crazy. This makes a big difference. So reloading, staying on the point. You notice that you got to stay within those green confines. This was pretty solid. I mean, even when you look at the end scores, and we'll take a look at everyone's score here. I mean, it's for the most part pretty even. I know I end up with 11 total at the end. Eliminations can make a big difference, but at the end of the day, you do need to actually be physically on the point. You can farm eliminations from a distance, but if you're not on the point, and keep in mind being on point means you're not going to have as much cover, which is why Rampart can also be really effective.
Where's the next point? Where's the next point?
This is close. This is insane how close this is. Just trying to pretty much help.
We're tied. Good Q.
It's a good reset. Oh,
Just trying to get to A.
just trying to cover him best I could. This was me calling him that I got his back, essentially.
I'm batting it out. I'm playing my life. I'm trying to get to A, though.
I think this is where I clutch out. This is where I get my biggest contribution. Conduit's really insane for the resets here, though. It's absolutely nutty.
Kill the race, nice. I'm throwing it back.
This contest right here, this is it. This is crazy. My gosh, that was crazy. 5 points because killing an enemy are huge, so every elimination matters, you know?
I got you.
We just need one more. We're so close here. And there it is. GG's. What a fantastic... I gotta let those cheers run. I guess it was so much fun being in person. I will say that at the end of the day, it's so much fun being in person and then just kind of like celebrating, you know, with your friends. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun game mode. Hopefully there was some tips by pausing and understanding our thought process there that made a big difference. Here's this pause on the screen here, just so you kind of see the timing. Eliminations are important. You'll notice that everyone is pretty spread out pretty evenly across the board in terms of eliminations. Those are a lot of fantastic players. Shout out to teammates Girl, Drumbum. Please support them. Go watch Girl's Twitch, Drumbum's Twitch channel. They're amazing teammates. It was so much fun playing with them. It was an honor and pleasure playing with them. Shout out to everyone else in the lobby who participated. There was a lot of fantastic players. If you're curious about more, I have more commentary on my channel. I played around with Baby Nikki, We the People, and even a Prizzy and a few others. And it was just a lot of fun. This was a fantastic event. I really like this mode. I think that there's a few things in the meta that could be different and improved upon, especially whenever you have legends that are a little too strong and buffs such as Caustic. But again, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. I know the comms were a little bit muddied there, but again, this was live. This was literally live where everyone was sitting next to each other. I mean, we were within like a couple feet all hanging out and playing LAN. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to support here on the channel. This was one of my better rounds. I enjoyed this round. It was a lot of fun. I'll see you guys all in the next one.